Hello, everyone, and welcome to my presentation, Disabilities Are Ubiquitous. My name is Franziska Sgoff. I'm working as a business program manager for Microsoft, and I'm also responsible for the topics accessibility and sustainability in my team, and I also care for other topics around accessibility at Microsoft in other teams because I'm blind since birth, and so accessibility I need every day in my life, and it never stops for me. And so it's really yeah, it's really important for me that accessibility is everywhere to use. Next slide, please. So I wanted to start with a statement of Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella. He said, technology should not degrade humanity, but provide new levels of inclusiveness. In fact, I'm most excited about accessibility. And that's the thing I really supported because accessibility is everywhere in technology and also in our society. Accessibility is not just for people with a disability, it's for all of us. For example, you can have a situative disability when you break your arm, for example. You can just use one arm for a longer time, or if you have a baby, you have to care about and you have to, for example, to buy something, and you you have all your stuff you've bought, and you have to you have to go the stairs, for example. You have not really hands free, or if you get older and you maybe couldn't see everything really good, or you have you lose your hearing more and more. There are many things you you can there are many situations you could have a disability for a short time. Also, if you are in a noisy environment and you want to show to listen to a video, what the person in the video is saying, you have to it's really good that you can switch on subtitles, that you can listen to the video what's on, and you can hear the voice speaking. If you have, for example, a little baby and you have to care for it in an environment where you couldn't go, where you have, for example, steps you have to move with your baby, that's really hard, and you also have to see if you can if something is children friendly and everything you have to look for. Also, if you are in a noisy environment and you have to you wanted to listen to a video and watch it, you need subtitles because you can't hear the voice of the video, what people speaking. And so subtitles are not just for people with loss of hearing, but also for all of us very helpful. And these are a little examples of how disability is everywhere. And you can also make the difference. For example, if you add alternative text to your pictures and make your programs and websites and everything you have accessible. Also presentations, documents. You can also make it accessible for all of us. For example, in Microsoft products, you can use the accessibility checker. I will show you later, and yeah, you can use it everywhere, every time when you prepare documents and emails. So in the next slide, I will show you how I use technology as a blind person. I'm working with a Braille Display. It's a little with this I can read about what's on the screen. And I have also a text-to-speech software which also reads out loud to me what's on the screen. Now on the next slide in the video, I will show to you how I use technology like Microsoft Teams. Next slide, please. Now I have a Teams meeting, so I will open the Start menu with the Win key. Then I will type Teams in the search box and I will confirm with Enter.
Feld low quote section left quote edit type in text. TAS Microsoft Teams app enter. Tanita Martin vertical bar Microsoft Teams. Tanita Martin.
So now I have a meeting and I will join the meeting by selecting it with the shortcut Control and 2 to go to the chats.
Control to chat list navigation region. Chat list preview. Chat.
I navigate with the arrow keys.
Meeting chat recording available. Recording the center. Recording chat content main region type.
So the chat is open now and I will go through the chat to click on join with Shift and Tab.
View meeting 2 buttons. Join button to activate, press space bar. Enter. Recording vertical bar Microsoft Teams button to activate, press space bar.
So now I'm in the meeting and I will navigate with the arrow keys to the message menu if there are some new messages in the chat.
More options, but send button to act type message, close right pane button.
There are some messages.
Anita Martin.
Welcome. So I will react on the message via clicking on the Enter key to select the reaction menu.
Enter message actions toolbar, like button.
There are some possibilities to react on a message, like, and I go with the right arrow key to the next button.
Heart button.
Heart. I will react with a heart.
Enter heart, undo heart. Escape to need.
I have also other possibilities to experience a meeting in a good way. For example, I can mute or unmute myself via clicking the shortcut Control Shift and M.
Control Shift M. Your microphone is muted. Control Shift M. Your microphone is unmuted.
And I can also turn my camera on and off via the shortcut Control Shift and O.
Control Shift O. Your camera is turned on. Control Shift O. Your camera is turned off.
So now I have my meeting. Thanks for watching. So So now you saw how I use technology like Microsoft Teams. You saw also that I just worked with my keyboard. I don't use a mouse, and I use always shortcuts. And that's really important for me because I'm really fast with shortcuts on the keyboard. You also maybe see that I have two dots on my keyboard, one on the B and one on the 5 key, and that's for me to orientate myself a little bit better on the keyboard. But it's an individual thing. You can do it however you want. So now I will show you how my screen reader will read out a PowerPoint slide. And next slide, please.
Slide 2 title right bracket, most important information left bracket, slide 2 content right bracket, left bracket, table right bracket, left bracket, smart art graphic right bracket. This diagram shows a 3-step process. First, information. Second, analyze. Third, action. Information, analyze, action. Left bracket, picture right bracket, picture of one of the areas in the Microsoft Technology Center in Munich, filled with nice furniture and technology demos. Left bracket, picture right bracket, hero female, let's rock. Left bracket, slide 2 notes right bracket.
So this this was how my screen reader read out a PowerPoint presentation slide for me. It's really important to know that I can experience a PowerPoint as a normal person, as a sighted person. Yeah, as a sighted person, but it's also sometimes a little bit different for me. I need maybe some more seconds to get all the informations which are shown, and it's also very helpful for me to get the information and the documents in before a meeting start or before a workshop, so I get the chance to prepare myself a little bit more to the meeting, because then I can just concentrate myself on what the person who presents is saying, and I read the documents before. So now I prepared also 3 tips for you how you can collaborate with a person who has a disability. Next slide, please. The first thing, ask what you want to know. It's really, really important for us to talk to each other more, to get more into exchange, talk about, hey, what do you need? What's your yeah, what about yourself, how you are doing, and so we can make barriers, we can throw barriers away. The second thing is use accessibility checker and think about that your documents and your presentations and your websites and your programs are all accessible for people with disabilities and for everyone else. Because it's so important that everyone can participate in web pages, in programs, in everything, and so yeah, it's so important to learn how you can be more accessible. Yeah. um, and the third thing is you can use words like see, we will see each other soon, let's go, or everything else. You can use it talking to a person who has a disability. It's really important that you don't over yeah that you don't think about, can I say something wrong to the person, can I hurt the person if I would say, can you see this, or are you look for this, or so. It's really important that you talk like every you would talk to every person in your environment, and so it's really, really important. Yeah. And one thing I wanted also to say, you can also make a difference. For example, if you post a picture on LinkedIn or on Instagram or whatever in social media, you can add an alternative text to the picture. It makes possible to people who can't see the picture to know what's on the picture. It's a little bit, it's a little text. You describe the picture to the blind person, and there's in every social media the possibility to add an alternative text to pictures. You can I can send you resources. I can send you some links on the I can send you some links with information about alternative text. Yeah, so that was my presentation. Disabilities are ubiquitous. I hope you get a little bit an experience and you've learned that people around you are also are providing from accessibility, and that accessibility is all around us.
Thank you